All right, it's Friday on April 3rd, and we're going to do the Friday. This one is by Carolyn Davis Lynch and Brian Callahan. I'm sure that these two, I've seen these two names together on bylines before. I can't remember when exactly, and I'm not really too good with remembering names of specific collaborations because I think they happen frequently enough in between different people quite often. Like it's quite common to collaborate with different people all the time. But it's possible I've seen these two on the same byline before, and in any case, we'll see them today. So I'm excited to see what happens. It looks like we might get. It looks like we might get um, some triple, like a stagger stack across the middle. That is what happens with this. So we get these very nice, possibly the primary feature of this puzzle. So we'll see what happens with this. Hit HBO series inspired by a post-apocalyptic video game. Possibly Ready Player One, but no, that doesn't work here. Okay, so hit HBO series inspired by a post-apocalyptic video game. I'm thinking Fallout, maybe Call of Duty's not really post-apocalyptic. We'll get back to it, but let's maybe just look at the top here. And see what else there is. So Blank Hoffman, member of the Chicago Seven. I don't know that. They're often picked up at coffee shops. So there's a plural answer here. So I'm probably going to put an S there. Parents' warning. Might be or else. You might hear this from a parent or else when they give an ultimatum. A sausage in British lingo. A sausage in British lingo. I mean, I am quite familiar with the British. I go to school there, but I don't know if I've heard of any specific word for a sausage in British lingo. I'm not really convinced there is a word for sausage. I mean, definitely heard of the word sausage being used there. You get the sausage rolls in Greggs or something. This is a staple of British life. The sausage rolls are like it's just essential. So we always say sausage in British lingo. So I don't know what's going on here. SI or GQ. So GQ, that's a magazine, right? So is it a mag? They're often picked up at coffee shops. Let's just look elsewhere and see what else there is. Bronte Heroine, I think is Emma. I think that was the book. Emma? Cornhole. Okay, so what is the hole of a corn? Maybe ear? A hole of a corn is an ear? That's not right. This spousal vow is I do, because that's what you say when you get married. Words before a dash. Words before a dash. So a physical dash could be like sort of a time span. Coy response to why do you ask? Coy response to why you ask. I don't know what you would say to that. It's no use. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Glad and care for two. So these are examples of something. I think they're orgs maybe, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just gonna put an S there because it's a plural. Toni Morrison, author Morrison. She wrote Beloved. That's the one I read in school. Trace could be a hint of something. Ticks of a ticker. Heartbeats maybe. Is might be, it might not be, but I'm gonna go with that. I think I might change it to be honest. Baltic and Mediterranean seas. Sponsor of an auto racing's sprint cup series is STP. They do a auto racing sponsorship anyways for NASCAR, I think. So STP seems like it's correct. I think this is some no reason maybe. I think this might be no reason. Why do you ask? Oh, no reason. That might be a very coy response. Sort of giving away very little, kind of flirtatious almost. Bronte Heroine. Maybe it's Jane Eyre then. So what is this? Words before a dash. Oh, okay. So now I understand. So I definitely read this as dash, being the punctuation mark dash. Maybe I was thinking maybe it was the year. Maybe the year when something started, right? Maybe the year someone was born. But turns out it's just a dash being when you start running, so it's ready, set, go. Could this be Ernie Hoffman or something like that? They're often picked up at coffee shops. What might you pick up Aromas? I'm gonna go with aromas because I think it's kind of the thing that the New York Times would do to be a bit clever. I'm gonna go with that, and this looks like it's mag, so I'm gonna go with that. Was a parent might say behave. Now you behave now. Okay, let's see what it is. Abby Hoffman. What else could it be if it's not a B? Absy? I don't think so. Baltic and Mediterranean. Wait, we saw this here. Okay, Baltic and Mediterranean for abbreviation. Makes me think this is avenues like this. So AVES. And could this be a banger? I don't think I've ever heard of that. A sausage is a banger. It's so strange. Writer's Philip. Writer's Philip. What is a Philip? I mean, that's going to be the key bit here, isn't it? If I don't know what that is, I don't think I'm going to get this one. Serum? What else? What other word can go here? Serve? Circa? I don't know. Let's just look at this. Responses suggesting, here we go again, size. Oh, serif? A Philip. What is it? What the hell is a Philip? A serif. Sure, I mean, a serif is definitely a writing thing because it's a font thing. Okay, it'll all be okay. It could be fear not. I'm going to go with that. All natural juice. All natural juice. What could this be? Gene something? Gene pools? Gene batter? I don't even know. Brown on the outside. Brown on the outside. Maybe if you sear something lightly, like in cooking, maybe that's what it's talking about. It might not be heartbeats either. So, but it's heart something, and it's an S here. Let's take a look at this. M or N? I'm trying to make this sound to see if that gives me anything. M or N? I don't know. Let's just look elsewhere. Actor. Okay, I don't know this actor. Influence on the Beatles. I Am the Walrus. I'm pretty sure this is like LSD or something. Sorry. No, this is I Am the Walrus is a song that was written to be very nonsensical because I think it's a reference to the Jabberwockies, which is a C.S. Lewis poem. I think it was included somewhere in Alice of Wonderland, but it's just meant to be like a nonsensical poem. And the first two verses of the Jabberwockies is basically just completely made up words, and it was very annoying to like. I don't know why like people in puzzles insist you know it, because I remember there was a puzzle a few years ago where one of the answers was a fill in the blank of a line in the Jabberwockies, and it genuinely just frustrated me to no end, because if you have a fill in the blank to this nonsense poem, you're essentially just asking the reader to guess four random words, to four random letters, and they have absolutely no meaning, right? The answer to that was mome, by the way. It's spelled M-O-M-E, and it was crossed with some other words that I also kind of was not very confident with. But it kind of led to a point when I just absolutely just had, it just did not help me, honestly, to have that clue there, because I didn't know the specific lines to the Jabberwockies, and it certainly did not help me after I learned it, after I found the answer either. Like, I basically learned nothing from that, from that, just by knowing. Well, I mean, now I know that mome is one of those words in the poem. Now, that being said, I don't think that's what's going on here. The influence on the Beatles, I Am the Walrus. I think there were maybe apocryphal stories that John Lennon wrote it while he was on weed or on acid, LSD, of that some kind like that. So, I mean, I don't think there was any sources. I mean, I couldn't find any sources because I so wanted to use this fact that they wrote I'm the Walrus while they were on LSD. But I just couldn't find any sources for this because I wanted to write it in my own puzzle. So I'm gonna write acid, because it possibly could be right, and I don't know what other influence there could be that's 4 letters long, but I'm gonna go with this. just because. I'm gonna see if I'm right with the other thing. Bummer could be a downer. I'm happy with that for now. Let's see if that's right. Traced might be drew. If you drew something, you've traced it possibly. For example, that's right. For example, cube producer is an ice tray maybe. Man, it is acid. I'm gonna go with this. Crazy is loco in Cahuila. Looks like it's a Spanish or Mexican kind of thing. Alder Ehrenreich or something like that. I don't know what it is. Silent N is a hymn's finale, right? Because there's a silent M in the word. And you always see this with these question mark clues. If you see finale or head or start, beginning to blah, 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 always see, is it possibly the first or last letter? If it's not that, it might also be a prefix, possibly, like a possible prefix to a word. You might have like business, start of business or something, and it might be some kind of actually that's a bad example, but I'm just trying to think of something else, like tech startup maybe, for instance, question mark, and then you get something like bio, maybe that's the answer, bio as in biotech, or you might have the word nano as in nanotech, and then so the word startup question mark is giving you the clue that it's a not the first letter of tech, but instead maybe a prefix that could go in front of tech. So you always get those kind of possibilities when you have start or finale. In this case, it's a silent N, which is quite interesting here. Okay, so conductor Previn with the Lifetime Achievement Grammy. Sorry, I don't know, but let's see. Some fair corn dogs. Oh, Dr. Dre then? No, Andre. Sorry, it's not Dr. Dre. It's a name. It's a name of it's a first name of a real human person, not just a stage name. Sorry. So it should be Andre then. It looks right because it's not Alder. It's Alden, and that certainly looks correct. Okay. So what autopay helps avoid? Maybe a late fee, because autopay is what you would set up on your bank account to pay the bills. So that's right. Autopay avoids late fees. Okay. Let's see what else there is. Okay. So it is acid then. The Beatles actually, this one actually is correct. Let's see. All natural juice. All natural juice. No idea what this is yet. Let's see what else. Dine at home or at a restaurant. Is to eat in? I don't know. Or at a restaurant to eat in? To eat out, right? Surely. I don't know. I like this one because I like fill in the blanks, and I actually do know this one. This is Chia Pet, which I think was a big thing in the 90s or something. Before my time, definitely, but I think we might have actually had one when after it was cool. Like I maybe had it when I was like 8 years old. We had a Chia Pet, and it grows little green things. Yellow Jacket, error for short. I don't know that one. Tundra. Desert of some kind. Swimmer's assignment could be a lane. You might get assigned a lane if you're in a swim meet, for instance. To bring about is to incur, to don't know. Okay, let's see. Compound in wine or tea. Oh, I know this is a tannin. They talk about like sort of like healthy compounds, the tannins in tea, for instance. I don't know about wine. I don't like it when people try to justify drinking wine as being a healthy practice. I think it's just kind of a rich person thing, it's sort of like, it's still alcohol, but it's a rich person's alcohol, so it's good, it's good for you. That's basically what they say. More grounded, maybe more saner, for instance. Some small donations. What could be some small donations? I don't know yet. Betting figures, antes. No, bets. No, it's in the answer. It's in the clue, so it's not right. Less of a mess might be neater, actually. Okay, so to bring about, induce. If you induce something, you might bring it about. And to secrecy ensuring document, I didn't see this yet, but it's an NDA. That's right. Fusion pastry made with glutinous rice flour. Glutinous rice flour. Oh, mochi donut. Mochi donut. That's right. Made with glutinous rice flour. I love these mochi donuts. That's right. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. Just as much as you pay for it. What's this all about? Betting figures. I don't know. Rent. Okay. I think rent in this case, it could be loan. If you loan somebody rent it, it could also just as easily be torn. And that's because rent is the past tense of rend, which means to tear something up. So it could be torn, it could also be loan. Let's see what this tells me. Tundra for one. Oh, habitat. You did not fool me this time. Okay, so it is actually torn. Yeah, I caught on to you. Rent. You try to be clever, but I've seen this like 5 times already. So I mean, yeah, you're not getting me this time. Bands together. I don't know. Blend. Blend. Bands together. What could this be? Is it an S? Is there a plural here? Bands together. I don't know. Let's look elsewhere. Something Nation Entertainment Company founded by Jay-Z. I don't know this one. Like many replays in sports are slow-mo, right? Socializes, you might mix. Apogee is the apex, is the top of something, maybe the sort of closest point, the climax, you might say. Popular food fish is tilapia. I have no idea what it is. I've had it before and I don't remember where. Yeah. Mates. Might be the pals. C's equivalent. Okay, C's equivalent is B sharp. Which the hardcore music theorists would say no, C sharp and B sharp and C are not the same thing. Just like, I mean, they are the same on a piano, but if you were playing a string instrument and you had a different scale, you would actually tune them slightly differently from each other. So they're not actually the same, but I get what they're talking about here, B sharp. I mean, you're not able to clue that anyways. Brand whose products often come with caps. I think Bic pens, that's what it is. International fast food chain without a location in Mexico. Taco Bell. That's really interesting. They don't have a location in Mexico. I mean, now that I think about it, why would they? Right? It's like they can get better tacos themselves in Mexico. Like, I mean, it is interesting, but I can understand this decision from Taco Bell not to do that. One offering biting critiques. Biting critiques. And I'm not sure if this is actually Fear Not. It'll all be okay. I mean, what else would it be, Okay, so I still haven't gotten any of these, and it really infuriates me. I really feel like I should be getting these. I'm just so out of practice with puzzles right now. Hit HBO series inspired by a post-apocalyptic video game. That's Lives or something with this F at the end. I don't know what it is. After regulation play for short. Might be in overtime, in OT. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So to throw in the towel might be to give up, but something it. Give it, to bin it, bag it. Because if his heart beats ticks of a ticker, then I don't know. It doesn't look right. Something's not right here, or at least I'm not seeing it, but let's just look at elsewhere where else I can get something. Some small donations. More grounded, saner, seems right. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. I don't know. Betting figures. Okay, what is this? With an H in the middle. I can't think of any sort of broadcasting companies that have an H in the middle. THC is not right. That's a weed thing. MSN is not. HSN I think is the one, but it's not right either. Something H. Don't know. THX is not it's not an airing company either. Let's take a look at this actually. Become well lubricated. Becomes well lubricated. Well, like get in practice, like become less rusty. Brown on the inside. Brown on the outside, sorry. brown on the outside. I don't know. All natural juice is energy. Green energy. Oh, okay. It's not fear not, it's fret not. Green energy. Same thing, very close, but I think this is going to be what does it now. One offering biting critiques is a taste tester. And hit HBO series is the something. Xeno of. Don't know what this place is. Okay, we're getting close though. To Panseer, that's right, Panseer. Sorry, that was an E there. Sorry. Panseer. Then what is this? To bag it is to give up, to throw in the towel. That's right. The Last of Us. Ah, of course, I've seen that. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've definitely heard of this title, and I've seen the ads of it on buses and whatnot. So The Last of Us, taste tester, green energy, gets something nasal. Is this nasal? Maybe it's a nasal sound. Ilia seems like it's a place in ancient Greece. I'm gonna go with that. Gets I don't know what this is. Gets to become to get slicker. I don't know, but we're getting close though, so this is a good sign. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. Market price, fair price. It might be worth just as much as it. Okay, so is price? I don't know if it would be price then. And I can't think of what this is. Some small donations. Oh, that's right. Ova are eggs. You might have like an egg bank or something. That's right. Okay, so ova. It's not a money thing. So this is what free advice. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. Bands together as AM FM bands on a radio. Right. Free advice. Worth just as much as you pay for it. Right. It's free. Betting figures are the odds of something. Yellow. Wait. What is this? Blank HO? I haven't heard of this. The WHO? No. The error. I don't know what this is. Okay. So tore. Maybe not torn is tore. You read to be tore it. Blend. Maybe to meld together. Get sloshed. Maybe to become well lubricated. Ah, right. Because to get drunk essentially. To be well lubricated to get sloshed. Nice. Okay. And what is this? The Art Rock. I don't know what this is. Rock Nation Entertainment Company founded by Jay-Z. I guess if it was someone else, actually knew this, I'm just not well in the circles of Jay-Z. And show, I've heard of this show as in like show. I forgot what it was called, like HBO Showtime. It is related to HBO, isn't it? But show for short. That's right. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. Taste tester and green energy are the kind of clever ones that caught me off guard, because it's question mark and long answers as well, which those two are put together are quite deadly. So you get biting critiques, which are possible. It's possible with the taste tester already, but of course, in the literal sense, there are ones that bite, and they give critiques to the taste tester. And green energy, of course, the juice is not juice that you drink; it's juice as in energy. So green energy, The Last of Us. I don't know what the video game is. I'll be honest. But I was so sure that it was something like Ready Player One, but that's a movie now that I think about it. But yeah, it's one of those where it just like it comes to you right after you think about it. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, of course it had to be that, But in any case, like we did it in pretty decent time, I would say. I did go on a long tangent about this, and I really don't know where this is said. It really feels like there wasn't a source for this, because I swear I was looking all over for some confirmation about this. They really, really wanted to use this fact in my own puzzle, but apparently it is the influence on the Beatles' "I Am the Walrus" is LSD, also known as acid. Um, but yeah, that was a crazy pull there. Just had that, and then I think this was really the part where everything just kind of fell into place here. You started with acid, and then I just got this, and I got this, and then just keep getting all these things just fall into place. So maybe sometimes I kind of take for granted just how my weird like fringe knowledge just kind of helps with puzzles, like because like really just knowing like a single word is enough to unlock an entire section, because once you have a, something that you know for sure, you lock it in, it really restricts your possibilities for other clues, and everything just falls into place afterwards. Not all the time, but a lot of the time all you really need is just even like a letter, honestly. um, this is after you get good at finding like identifying letter combinations and making your own sort of predictions, I guess. Like it's very like solving puzzles is as much of a kind of um, linguistic challenge as it is like a trivia game, because I guess with linguistics you have to sort of know the common letter combinations and make a few guesses, you know. So I asked my English teacher this before, and he said, "Oh, you know, like I'm not really much of a puzzles guy for, especially for crosswords, because it is more of a math game than it is an English game, to be honest. As long as you have this weird knowledge, which you can acquire just by doing these a lot, then you really can just get quite good at this." Anyways, let's just take a look at some of these other answers that we have here. I've already explained these two in the middle, as well as this one. Um, I I really don't know what I think about this one, to be honest. And here's the same thing for this. In my mind I had considered nasal, but I was just making the sound and I realized like this is not very nasal at all. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's a nasal. Mm, mm. Actually, now it is done with your nose. Actually, wait. So what if I block my nose and try to make a? I can see that it is mostly coming from your nose now that I think about it. Because I know that there are certain descriptions of consonants. You get the plosives, for instance, with the b, m, p, I think. You also get like the fricatives, I think that's what it was called, and a few others like that. And M and N happen to be nasal, I guess. It was done with your nose. I don't know what I think about this though. I have heard of Zeno, and I feel like this is interesting as well. Like, but I feel like I knew that already. Like I knew this, and I feel like people that know puzzles should have also heard of Zeno already. So maybe this was not necessarily needed. Maybe it could have just been like where Zeno was from, well, in better words. But Elia, sure. I just don't think I'll remember this next time I do this puzzle, or see this answer again. I'm not going to remember this answer, Elia, but maybe I will. I'll try repeating it to myself a few times. Elia. I don't know how you would say it. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. I think this is a bit stretchy, of course. It might be worth just as much as you pay for it. Is this suggesting that the free advice is not worth anything? I mean, it might be worth. So, of course, it is kind of hedging a little bit, and I think it does suffer from the problem of just being a bit too cute and not specific enough for it to actually be helpful, you know? Sometimes that's the problem I mean, not that this puzzle has this problem. The problem that I have with making puzzles is that sometimes I really want to like kind of be cute with a clue, just because it kind of satisfies my little constructor mind, my little puzzle making mind, that I can be a little clever, and hopefully I can tell people like, look at this, I'm so clever, ha ha ha. But it turns out that me trying to be too clever actually works against the quality of the puzzle, making it like too difficult, you know, or too opaque to actually have people solve. So that's kind of a consideration sometimes. I mean, I don't know what I would clue this as as an alternative to this, to be honest. Um, this really was something that I think I should have gotten a lot sooner, possibly because I didn't focus enough on this, some small donations. I kind of read this too much at face value, so I was like, oh, blank A. Like, I don't know any words that have that. But if I just took an extra 5 seconds to think about it, I actually do know this word. Actually do know a word that is O blank A, and that's ova. And it's not a money related thing, which is why I discounted it, sort of. And I just thought, like, I don't know any money related things that are O blank A. But yeah, maybe that's also a lesson for myself. Just gotta, maybe sometimes it's good to just, instead of having me just click around frantically, you know, just trying to find something I can get right away, just take a few seconds, and just enjoy the puzzle. I think that's important. But I enjoyed this puzzle as well. Yeah, but that's it for today then. Yeah, see you.